Picture this. A steel trawler heaves its nets from the deep, dumping 32 tons of shrimp onto the deck in just one day. Across the world, vast Asian ponds shimmer under the sun, yielding 3 harvests a year and producing nearly 75% of the planet's farm shrimp. And in the final stage, inside icy factories, every second counts. Because if shrimp aren't frozen almost instantly, an entire shipment's value can vanish. Welcome to AgroWorks USA. Today we dive into the extraordinary world of shrimp, the most consumed seafood in America, and a global industry worth over $68 billion. From dangerous offshore trawls to the precision of high-tech aquaculture, from massive pond harvests to cold chain factories where time itself is the enemy, this is a story of scale, technology, and survival. Stay with us as we uncover how billions of shrimp travel from ocean and farm to your plate. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss our next adventure. Off the Atlantic coast of the United States, shrimp thrive in a world hidden beneath layers of mud and sand. Cold water species dominate in Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts, living at depths ranging from 30 to 1,000 feet. These shrimp follow the rhythm of the seasons. In late fall, females heavy with eggs move closer to shore. From February to April, the eggs hatch, and by summer, the adults drift back offshore into deeper waters. Farther south, warm water species flourish along the southeast Atlantic and throughout the Gulf of Mexico. Here, shrimp are a staple of both commercial fleets and local communities, supplying restaurants, seafood markets, and export channels. For Americans, shrimp is more than just another seafood. It is the most popular choice on the menu. On average, each American consumes 4.1 pounds of shrimp every year, a demand that fuels fleets across the nation and ties coastal culture directly to the sea. Along America's coastlines, many families still depend on small-scale shrimp fishing, a tradition passed down through generations. These fishermen use modest boats, just large enough for estuaries and shallow bays. Instead of industrial trawls, they cast round nets by hand, pulling them back with skill and patience. Their catches are small, far less than the tons landed by offshore fleets, but every pound counts. Much of this shrimp goes straight to local markets or restaurants, providing coastal communities with the freshest seafood. For these towns, shrimping is culture as much as commerce. Festivals, family gatherings, and cherished recipes all celebrate this tiny crustacean. Yet the work is uncertain, shaped by tides, weather, and rising fuel costs. Despite the hardships, many fishermen see value beyond profit. Each day on the water preserves not only their livelihood, but also a way of life, binding them directly to the sea. Would you like to spend a day on a small boat with local fishermen, hauling in shrimp by hand? Type 1 if you'd love to try it someday, or share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss the latest videos from AgroWorks USA. When it comes to scale, nothing compares to America's industrial shrimp fleets. Offshore trawlers are designed for endurance, spending weeks at sea in pursuit of massive hauls. Each vessel can tow 4 trawl nets at once, with wooden doors guiding the nets to the ocean floor. The trawls sweep the seabed in slow, deliberate passes, about 6 hours per haul, before being winched back on deck, often spilling out thousands of pounds of shrimp. A single boat can land up to 32 tons of shrimp in one day, an astonishing volume made possible by modern winches, hydraulic gear, and onboard freezing systems. At night, fishermen switch on blue and yellow floodlights to attract shrimp and improve visibility, turning the dark sea into a glowing field of light. On deck, the catch is quickly sorted and chilled in ice slurry tanks or flash freezers to lock in freshness. Industrial trawling is exhausting, wet, and muddy work, but for those who succeed, the rewards are enormous, fueling both domestic demand and export markets worldwide. Modern shrimping relies heavily on technology, yet the ocean remains unpredictable. Because shrimp do not produce air bubbles, they are invisible to sonar. This forces fishermen to fish blind, dragging their nets with no guarantee of a catch. To overcome this, many vessels now use net-mounted sensors that detect vibrations when shrimp strike the mesh. The signals flash on cockpit screens, helping captains decide when to haul in. Even with these advances, challenges persist. Rising fuel costs eat into profits, while labor shortages make it difficult to crew boats for weeks at a time. Imported shrimp from Asia, often cheaper, undercut U.S. prices, leaving American fleets struggling to compete. Environmental changes add further stress. Warming waters, shifting migration patterns, and concerns about overfishing threaten the long-term health of shrimp stocks. On the Georgia coast alone, over 200 licensed trawlers battle these pressures, harvesting more than 2 million pounds of shrimp annually. For many captains, each voyage is a high-stakes gamble between survival, tradition, and economic reality. Have you ever heard of blind trawling? Do you think today's technology is advanced enough to reduce the risk for fishermen? Let us know in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. While American fleets battle the open seas, the true powerhouse of the shrimp industry lies thousands of miles away in Asia. Today, 55% of the world's shrimp supply comes from aquaculture, and nearly 3/4 of that farmed shrimp is produced in Asia. Countries like China, Thailand, Indonesia, India, and Vietnam dominate exports, transforming shrimp from small village ponds into vast industrial enterprises. At the core of this growth is biology and precision. Female shrimp release 150 to 500 eggs at a time. After hatching, larvae are incubated for 15 to 21 days in controlled tanks before transfer to grow-out ponds. Farmers monitor water quality, oxygen, and feed with relentless care, driving survival and rapid growth. What began as local subsistence has become a global engine, supplying markets from Tokyo to New York. For Asia's coasts, shrimp is more than food. It is a lifeline powering jobs, exports, and billions in revenue. Shrimp farming at scale has transformed into a science of precision. Intensive pond systems are engineered like factories. Before stocking, farmers treat water pH, line pond bottoms with plastic sheets, and install aerators and oxygen generators. Beneath the surface, pipes circulate water to prevent stagnation, while every parameter, from dissolved oxygen to ammonia levels, is closely monitored. Feeding is the biggest expense, swallowing 50 to 70% of production costs. High-protein pellets made from fish meal, soybean meal, and supplements are carefully rationed to match each growth stage. In well-managed ponds, shrimp grow 5 to 8 inches in 3 to 6 months, with yields reaching 55 tons per pond per cycle. High-tech systems push these limits even further. Closed-loop designs recycle water and cut disease risk, while automated feeders and probiotics improve survival rates. Some farms now produce 3 harvests per year, nearly doubling output. To offset high investment costs, farmers often form cooperatives, sharing infrastructure and securing stable buyers, ensuring that ponds remain sustainable engines of protein in a billion-dollar global industry. Which step do you think is most important when preparing a shrimp pond? Adjusting pH, lining the bottom, or oxygen control? And are you surprised that up to 70% of shrimp farming costs go just to feed? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to keep exploring with AgroWorks USA. Once shrimp are harvested, speed becomes everything. Within hours, they are loaded onto trucks or directly into processing plants where the cold chain begins. Workers in protective clothing move quickly but carefully because frozen shrimp are fragile and easily damaged. At the receiving stage, shrimp are washed and treated with antioxidants to prevent discoloration, then inspected for softness or defects. A strict timeline governs the process. From the moment shrimp leave the cold washing tanks, they must be sorted, packaged, and frozen within 4 minutes. To maintain freshness, the temperature never rises above 3 degrees Celsius. Conveyor belts feed the shrimp into automated sorting machines that grade by size and weight, while defective pieces and foreign material are removed. Once frozen, shrimp are packed into boxes and stacked into refrigerated storage, ready for distribution. Whether destined for supermarkets in New York, street stalls in Bangkok, or restaurants in Paris, every shrimp depends on this meticulously controlled cold chain. Without it, the delicate seafood would spoil long before reaching the consumer's plate. Shrimp is more than just another seafood. It is a global commodity with both culinary prestige and enormous economic weight. In the United States, shrimp ranks as the most consumed seafood, surpassing salmon and tuna. Restaurants rely on it for everything from shrimp cocktails and scampi to Cajun boils and tempura. Globally, shrimp is celebrated in sushi in Japan, curries in India, and pasta in Italy, symbolizing versatility across cultures. Economically, the scale is staggering. The shrimp industry is worth over $68 billion worldwide, with billions of pounds traded annually. Asia dominates exports, while the U.S. remains one of the largest importers, bringing in hundreds of thousands of tons to meet domestic demand. Processing plants add value by turning raw shrimp into peeled, deveined, or pre-cooked products tailored for global markets. For coastal communities, shrimp means jobs and cultural identity. For world trade, it is a cornerstone commodity. Rarely do taste and economics intersect so powerfully. From steel trawlers hauling 32 tons a day off the U.S. coast to high-tech ponds in Asia, producing 3 harvests a year, shrimp has become both a culinary treasure and an economic powerhouse. It is now the most consumed seafood in America and the backbone of a global industry worth over $68 billion. Yet this success comes with challenges: disease, volatile prices, and the urgent need for sustainability. What do you think? Will the future of shrimp be written at sea or in farms? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more stories from AgroWorks USA.